Hello everyone, this is Mamta Amun, and if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, then please subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for getting notification of future video. Today we will solve self practice exercise question 2A of second chapter. Chapter name is fraction and decimal of class 7 of New Learning Composite Mathematics textbook. Let's get started. What we will learn today? Today we will learn self-practice exercise 2A. Chapter name is fractions and decimal, and topics are equivalent fraction, like and unlike fraction, proper and improper fraction, mixed fraction, and comparing of fraction. Now we will solve question number 1, and question number 1 is find the value of first bit is 1 by 5 of 1 hour 10 minutes. We know 1 hour is 60 minutes. We have to convert hour to minutes. 1 hour 10 minutes is 1 hour is 60 minutes. 60 minutes plus 10 minutes. 60 minutes plus 10 minutes is 70 minutes. So 1 hour 10 minutes is 70 minutes. Then 1 by 5 of 1 hour 10 minutes, we have to find the value that. We have to find the value of 1 by 5 of 1 hour 10 minutes. 1 by 5 of 1 hour 10 minutes is 70 minutes. 1 by 5 of is multiplication. So 1 by 5 multiplied by 70 minutes equal to 5 multiplied by 14 is 70. So we cancel this 5 with 70. 5 and 70. 5 multiplied by 14 is 70. So 1 multiplied by 14 is 14. So we get 14 minutes. So we get 1 by 5 of 1 hour 10 minutes is 14 minutes. Now second bit, B. 1 by 5 of a non-leap year. We know a leap year has 365 days. Leap year has 366 days and non-leap year has 365 days. So 1 by 5 of a non-leap year, 1 by 5 of 365. 1 by 5 multiplied of 365 equal to 5 multiplied by 73, we get 365. So 1 by 5 of a non-leap year is 73 days. Now we will solve question number 2, and question number 2 is express half age 1 by 2 age quarter 6th 8th 12th 16th and 24th. First we have to express 1 by 2 age quarters. We know quarter is 4. So 1 by 2 age quarter is 1 by 2 multiplied with 2. 2 multiplied by 2 is in denominator. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. So we get 1 divided by 4. So 1 by 2 age quarter, when we express 1 by 2 age quarter, we get 1 divided by 4. Now second bit, B. 1 by 2 age sixth. We know sixth is 6. So half age sixth equal to 1 by 2 multiplied by 3, we get 6. So 1 by 1 divided by 2 multiplied by 3 equal to 1 divided by 6. Now we have expressed 1 by 2 h quarters equal to 1 by 4, and we have expressed 1 by 2 h sixth as 1 by 6. Now we will express half h eighth. Half h eighth equal to, 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. So 1 divided by 2 multiplied with 4, we get 1 divided by 8. Now D. 1 by 2. Now we express half page 12. Half page 12 equal to half. We know 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. So half 1 divided by 2 multiplied by 6 equal to 1 divided by 12. So we have expressed half page 8 equal to 1 divided by 8. Half page 12 equal to 1 divided by 12. Now we will express half page 16. Half page 16 equal to, we know 2 multiplied by 8 is 16. So half multiply 1 by 2 multiplied with 8 equal to 1 by 16. So we have expressed half page 16 equal to 1 divided by 16. Now we will express half page 24. Half page 24. We know 2 multiplied with 12 we get 24. So half page 24 equal to 1 divided by 2 multiplied with 12. 2 multiplied by 12 is 14. So 1 divided by 24. So we have expressed half page 16th is 1 by 16. Half page 24th equal to 1 by 24. If you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, then please subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for getting notification of future videos. And if you like this video, then please click the like button and share this video with your friends. Please click the like button and share with your friends and hit the bell icon for getting notification of future videos. Now we will solve question number 3. Question number 3 is 3 divided by 8 as fractions with numerator 15. We have to express 3 divided by 8 as the fraction with numerator 15. We know 3 multiplied by 5 we get 15 and 50 is in numerator. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. 15 is in numerator. When we multiply a number in numerator, we have to multiply the same number in denominator also. That is the equivalent fraction. So we have multiplied. So we have to multiply 8 with 5 also. So 8 divided by 5 is 40. So we get 3 divided by 8 equal to 15 divided by 40. 15 is in numerator and 40 is in denominator. And 3 divided by 8 and 15 divided by 40 are the equivalent fraction. Now we have to express 3 divided by 8 as fractions with the denominator 72. We know 8 multiplied by 9 is 72. So when we multiply a number with denominator, we have to multiply the same number in numerator also. So 8 multiplied by 9 is 72. We have to multiply the same number 9 with numerator also. 3 multiplied by 9 is 27 and 8 multiplied by 9 is 72. 27 is in numerator and 72 is in denominator. So we get 3 divided by 8 equal to 27 divided by 72. And 3 divided by 8 and 27 divided by 72 are the equivalent fraction. Now we will solve question number 4, and question number 4 is reduce each of the following fractions to its lowest terms. First bit is 18 divided by 48. We have to reduce the fraction 18 divided by 48 to its lowest form. When we reduce the fraction to its lowest form, first we have to find the HCF, highest common factor of that fraction. and then divide the highest common factor in numerator and denominator. And the fraction that we get after dividing with highest common factor, that is the lowest form of that fraction. Now we have to first find the highest common factor of 18 and 48. First we have to express 18 as product of prime factors. 18 is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3, that is the prime factor of 18. And 48 is, we know 16 multiplied by 3 is 48, so 2 multiplied with 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied with 2 multiplied with 3 is 48. So we get 48 is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. Now we have to find the highest common factor between 18 and 48. In 18, 2 is common. In 18 has only 1, 2, and in 48 there are 4 2's. So we have to find out the common between 18 and 48. So 8, only 1, 2 we have to write down. And in 18 there are 2 3's, and in 48 there is only 1 3. So we have to write down only 1 3. So highest common factor of 18 and 48 is, common factor of 18 and 48 is 2 multiplied with 3. So highest common factor of 18 and 48 is 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Now we have to divide the highest common factor in numerator and denominator of 18 and 18 divided by 48. So 18 divided by 48 equal to 18 divided by 6. 6 is the highest common factor, and 48 divided by 6. 6 is the highest common factor. 18 divided by 6 is 3, and 48 divided by 6 is 8. So we get 18 divided by 48 equal to 3 divided by 8. And 3 divided by 8 is the lowest form of the fraction 18 divided by 48. So when we reduce a fraction to its lowest form, first we have to find the HCF, highest common factor, and after getting the highest common factor we have to divide the highest common factor in numerator and denominator. And the fraction that we get after dividing the numerator and denominator, that fraction is the simplest, that is the lowest form of that fraction. Now we have to reduce the fraction 105 divided by 120 to its lowest form. First we have to express 105 as prime factors and 120 as prime factorization. We know 105 is 15 multiplied by 7. 15 multiplied by 7 is 105. So 15 we can write 15 as prime factor. Product of prime factor is 3 multiplied by 5. 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7 is the product of prime factor of 105. So 105 equal to 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 is the prime factor of the 105. And 120 is 15. We know 15 multiplied by 8 is 120. So 3 multiplied by 5 is 15, and 8 is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So 120 equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 is the prime factor of 120. Now we have to find the common factors between 105 and 120. In 105 there is only 1 3. So we have to write down single 1 3. and in 105 there is only 1 5. In 120 also there is only 1 5, so we have to write down 5. And in 105 there is 1 7, but in 120 there is no 7, so we don't write 7. That is not in common between both. So we get highest common factor of 105 and 120 each. 3 multiplied by 5, that is 15. And 15 is the highest common factor of 105 and 120. Now we have to divide the numerator with highest common factor and divide the denominator with highest common factor. So 105 divided by 120 equal to 105 divided by 15 and divided by 120 divided by 15. 105 divided by 15 is 7 and 120 divided by 15 is 8. So we get 105 divided by 120 equal to 7 divided by 8. And 7 divided by 8 is the simplest form, that is the lowest form of the fraction 105 divided by 120. 7 divided by 8 is the lowest form of the fraction 105 divided by 120. So when we reduce a fraction into its lowest form, first we have to find the highest common factor, and then after getting the highest common factor we have to divide the numerator and denominator with that highest common factor. And the fraction that we get after dividing the numerator and denominator, that is the lowest form of that fraction. Now we have to reduce 210 divided by 315 to its lowest terms. First we have to express this 210 as prime factor and 315 as prime factor. We know when we reduce a fraction to its lowest form, first we have to find the highest common factor and we have to divide the highest common factor in numerator and denominator of that fraction. And after dividing the numerator and denominator with that highest common factor, the fraction that we get is the lowest form of that fraction. So first find out the prime factor of 210. 210 is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. We know 30 multiplied by 7 is 210, and prime factor of 30 is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 is multiplied by 7. Prime factor of 210 is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. And prime factor of 315 is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. That is the prime factor of 315. Now we have to find the common factor between 210 and 315. Between 210 and 315 the common factors are, in 210 there is only 1 2, and but in 315 there is no 2, so we don't write the 2. 2 is not common between 210 and 315. In 210 there is only 1 3, but in 315 there is 2 3s. So just write down only single 3, that is 1 3. And in 210 there is only 1 5. In 315 also there is only 1 5. So write down 5. In 210 there is only 1 7, and in 315 there is only 1 7. So write down 7. So common factor between 210 and 315 are 3, 5 and 7. Now highest common factor of 210 and 315 is 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7 is 15. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. 15 multiplied by 7 is 105. So highest common factor of 210 and 315 is 105. Now we have to divide the highest common factor in numerator and denominator of the fraction 210 divided by 315. So 210 divided by 315 equal to 210 divided by 105. 105 is the highest common factor and 315 divided by 105. So we get 210 divided by 105, we get 2, and 315 divided by 105, we get 3. So 210 divided by 315 equal to 2 divided by 3. And 2 divided by 3 is the lowest terms of the fraction 210 divided by 315. So we've learned that when we reduce the fraction to its lowest terms, first we have to find the highest common factor. After getting the highest common factor, we have to divide the numerator and denominator of the fraction with highest common factor, and the fraction that we get after dividing the numerator and denominator with the highest common factor, that is the lowest terms of that fraction. If you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, then please subscribe the YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for getting the notification of future videos. And if you like this video, then please click the like button and share this video with your friend and comment and write in comment section. Please click the like button and subscribe my YouTube channel. Now we will solve question number 5. Question number 5 is express each of the following mixed fraction as an improper fraction. First bit is 9, 7 by 7 divided by 10. This is a mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is a fraction consists of whole number and the proper fraction. 9 is the whole number and 7 divided by 10 is the proper fraction. Mixed fraction is a combination of whole number and proper fraction. We have to express mixed fraction as an improper fraction, and we know improper fraction is a fraction when the numerator is greater than the denominator, that is the improper fraction. And proper fraction is when the numerator is less than the denominator, we say the fraction is proper fraction, and the numerator is greater than the denominator, that is the improper fraction. So 7 divided by 10 is in denominator. We have to multiply 9 with 10. 9 with 10 is 90. 90 plus 7. 90 plus 7 is 97. 97 divided by 10. This is in improper fraction. Now we have expressed 9 7 by 10 mixed fraction equal to 97 divided by 10. 97 divided by 10 is in improper fraction. Now second bit is 3 15 divided by 22. 3 is a whole number and 15 divided by 22 is a proper fraction. Mixed fraction is a combination of whole number and proper fraction. 3 is whole number and 15 divided by 22 is proper fraction. 3 15 divided by 22 equal to, we have to multiply whole number with denominator. 3 multiplied by 22 plus numerator. Numerator is 15 divided by 22 denominator equal to 3 multiplied by 22 is 66. 66 plus 15 is 81. 81 divided by 22. This is the improper fraction. So we get 315 divided by 22 mixed fraction equal to 81 divided by 22. 81 divided by 22 is an improper fraction. When we express a mixed fraction into an improper fraction, multiply the denominator with the whole number, then add the whole number, add the product of whole number and the denominator with the numerator, and that is the numerator, and numerator divided by the denominator. That is the improper fraction, the fraction that we get after multiplying the whole number with denominator and add that whole number multiplied with denominator with the numerator divided by denominator equal to the fraction that we get is the improper fraction. Now we have to express 11 divided by 30 mixed fraction as an improper fraction. This is a mixed fraction. 11 divided by 30. 18 is a whole number and 11 divided by 30 is a proper fraction. We know mixed fraction is a combination of whole number and proper fraction. 18 is a whole number and 11 divided by 30 is a proper fraction. Now we have to express this whole number in this mixed fraction. We have to express this mixed fraction as an improper fraction. When we express a mixed fraction into an improper fraction, we multiply the whole number with denominator, then we add the product with the numerator, then divide with denominator. 18 multiplied, so whole number 18 multiplied with denominator 30 plus numerator 11. 18 multiplied by 30 is 540. 540 plus 11 is 551. 551 is numerator and 30 is in denominator. So we get 11 divided by 30 equal to 551 divided by 30. So the mixed fraction 11 divided by 30 equal to 551 divided by 30, and 551 divided by 30 is an improper fraction. So when we express a mixed fraction as an improper fraction, multiply the whole number with denominator, then add the numerator with that product divided by the denominator. The fraction that we get after multiplying the whole number with denominator and add the product with numerator divided by denominator, that the fraction that is an improper fraction. If you like this video, then please click the like button and share this. If you have any doubts, then please write in comment section and I will reply. Keep learning, keep watching, and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you. If you like this video, then please click the like button and share this. If you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, then please subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for getting notifications of future videos. If you have any doubt, then please write in comment section and I will reply. Keep learning, keep watching, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.